This is what this entire night has been leading up to. This is a match with anticipation like none other. You would think that the six-man main event, or the six-man tag team match would have main evented this show, but no. It is this match between two men, two rivals, who each want to show that they deserve to be called the best in the world. This is the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Championship title match between American Dragon Bryan Danielson and Chris Hero.
And Legion Larry's getting close-up shots at ringside.
Bryan Danielson extending his right hand for a shake. It shows sportsmanship to Chris Hero. Chris Hero, you'll remember at Speed of Sound, after he defeated Roderick Strong, said his goal is to not only defeat Bryan Danielson, but to concuss Bryan Danielson.
You know, when I shook Chris Hero's hand, he hit me upside the head with the belt.
And that's why Candice LeRae's not out here.
Is that?
The fans starting off a Let's Go Dragon chant. This match, actually this crowd split 50-50 here in Reseda. I think it actually just got hotter in this building, Joey.
I'm getting chills. Is that normal?
I don't know.
I'm not even wrestling in this match and I'm getting chills. Have I just turned into a fan?
I think so.
From a peer to a fan?
Bryan Danielson, of course, former Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion, defeated El Generico in one of the most memorable matches.
Earlier in the night wrestled.
He defeated Necro Butcher in a match which featured the only referee stoppage in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla history. He brutalized Necro Butcher so bad that Patrick Hernandez was worried for Necro Butcher's health. That very same night, after defeating Necro Butcher, he went on to face then champion El Generico, who he himself had just got done defending the tag team title. He defeated El Generico. He was at Giant Size Annual number 4. And Bryan Danielson went on to have an incredibly successful 6-month reign as Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion. He was then defeated at All-Star Weekend number 6 by Loki in a match that he couldn't prepare for. That's right. It was impromptu. I had secured the services of Loki on the condition that he come in the shadow of anonymity. No one had to know that Loki was going to be there that weekend. The only way he would come in, and he demanded that he face the best that Pro Wrestling Guerrilla had to offer. The best was American Dragon Bryan Danielson. Danielson caught off guard by that match. Lost the title that evening. Loki would actually have to forfeit the title due to a knee injury. Human Tornado at Dia de los Dangerous defeated Carl Anderson and Roderick Strong in the three-way match, the one-night tournament, to become Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion. And then, last year, like during wartime, Chris Hero defeats Human Tornado in the most insane display of professional wrestling. I think one of the most insane displays. Chris Hero defeated him in a steel cage guerrilla warfare match.
Speaking of wrestling displays, that was a beautiful job.
It was an incredible job. I think the feeling out process will take some time.
No, I'm with you 100%.
I'm painting a vivid picture.
No, I'm with you. I'm right there.
With my words.
I just don't want to. I'm as focused on this match as you're.
From that point on, my recapping of the title match.
Yes.
From that point on, Chris Hero would take on all comers. He would eventually surpass the man sitting directly to my left as the longest reigning Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion. He defeated Joey Ryan, a three-man dispute in an incredibly hard-fought Guerrilla World match, one that rivaled his steel cage match with Tornado. He also, while champion, defeated Bryan Danielson at the 2008 Battle of Los Angeles to advance to the final. But Chris Hero believes that he is judging on the fans' reaction with his peers in the locker room, that he is still not as well respected as Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson's title reign is only 6 months. Chris Hero, over a year, 13 months at this point. But still, Bryan Danielson is called the best in the world. Chris Hero, that is a title that he wants for himself. And this match, as much as it is about the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Championship title, it is also about respect between these two men and who is truly to be considered the best in the world.
You bring up a very good point because, based on the the statistics of the match, Chris Hero is defending the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Championship, but on a much different scale, American Dragon is defending best in the world.
That's true. So I mean, they are two titles that they hold very near and dear to one another. But I think, just on a pure blood loss level, Chris Hero has maybe lost a little more blood gaining the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Championship than American Dragon and Bryan Danielson has gaining the title of best in the world. That is not to downplay Bryan Danielson's achievement. But Chris Hero, he has had a very difficult 13 months here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Bryan Danielson, he has been able to achieve the title of best in the world over a number of years. It's not to say he didn't put in hours and hours and hours and hours of hard work, but still, it was diffused over a course of years. Chris Hero, he's had an incredible amount of challenges in the last 13 months, and this one may be his stiffest yet.
Having been in the ring, I know it's a cliche for an analyst on commentary to talk about being in the ring with both of them better than that. I do it sometimes. But being in the ring with both of these men, I couldn't even tell you which one's better. I mean, Chris Hero and I have had some wars. Obviously we fought for the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla title. He does bring it, and he's tough in the ring. But I've never beaten Bryan Danielson. I've beaten him before, and so I want to say that Chris Hero's been a tougher opponent of mine, but yet I've never had.
But think about a win against Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson, he has been considered to be the best in the world for a number of years. Chris Hero, since becoming Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion, since defeating Human Tornado in the Steel Cage Guerrilla Warfare match at Light During Wartime, has become a wrestler that is rivaled only by few. And I would say his one, maybe only rival in the professional wrestling world right now has the world champion all tied up in a submission hold.
I can't see from my vantage point. Is he fish hooking you?
Why can I see any better? We have the same vantage point.
That's a good point. Well, you have the monitor with the same vantage point as this.
Chris Hero just punched Bryan Danielson in the ear. The fans were calling for Bryan Danielson to do it. Reminiscent of Danielson's match with Kenny Omega, his match with Chuck Taylor. Playing up to the crowd at the fans' behest. He punched both of those men in the ear, and now Chris Hero, a step ahead of Bryan Danielson. He knew that ear punch was coming, and instead, Chris Hero gains the upper hand, and that is why, one of the many reasons why, he is Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion.
Let me tell you, that's the quickest way to knock someone's equilibrium. Those very quickest way.
Those tiny, tiny hairs in your ear. That is all that keeps your center of gravity, your sense of balance, as it is, as you know it. To disrupt that is extremely easy. And Chris Hero very well could have altered American Dragon Bryan Danielson just enough that he can defeat him.
I don't want to make excuses for a loss or take the attention off this and put it on me, but my match earlier tonight with Joy,
Bryan Danielson just punched Chris Hero. Joey Ryan, this is serious.
This is getting serious. My point was going to be that I started losing momentum when Joy was using the open hand slaps and caught me in the ear, and I never recovered in the match. So I'm telling you, you can't underplay the importance of equilibrium.
Are you trying to tell me that years of getting slapped in the ear by Ricky Reyes and Rocky Romero, the Havana Pitbulls, did not cushion your brain, cushion your sense of equilibrium enough to defend against Ricky Reyes?
Well, when was the last time I wrestled either one of them?
But how many times did they slap me in the ear? How many times did those two men slap Bryan Danielson in the ear?
That's true.
And so, it could degrade over time. I'm no science doctorist, but it could be the sort of thing that degrades over time. And so Chris Hero could be concentrating on the equilibrium of Bryan Danielson. Back to square one as both men lock up.
No one really has the vantage point at this time in the match. You know, we're nearly 10 minutes into this match, and these men are still feeling themselves out.
Leg drop into an arm hold by Danielson on Chris Hero. You can see Hero trying to grab the wrist. Oh, look at this, Chris Hero. Chris Hero, an incredible technician of professional wrestling. He is a student of the game. He's a student of the sport. He is a student of the business. And Bryan Danielson, much of the same. These two men cut from the same cloth. They love learning about professional wrestling, and they are showing one another just how much each other knows.
You know, I don't think I know two guys who train to this day. Like, you know, a lot of wrestlers, they get to a certain point and, you know, they consider their matches, their training, you know, because they've come down a level.
They wrestle. We talked about this with Red Knox. These guys are wrestling 3, 5, sometimes 7 days a week, and that is enough training for them, they feel.
Yes, and but these two men, they go to constantly train. If they have a chance to go train with brand new students and, you know, who are just learning, they go and train with them.
Bryan Danielson, a couple months ago, he had a staph infection he acquired during training. While he was laid up from the staph infection, he couldn't go to the gym, he couldn't go to work out. He bought a treadmill and the weight set. I mean, he has 3 weights, of course, but I mean, the
Bowflex?
Not Bowflex.
Bryan Danielson does not have a Bowflex model.
No, he does not. But what I'm trying to say is Bryan Danielson, even when he was sick, even with an illness that could have cost him his career, possibly his life, I mean, staph infections are no joke. Bryan Danielson could not stop training. That is how obsessed this man is with perfecting the art of professional wrestling, and Chris Hero equally so, as he is punishing American Dragon Bryan Danielson right now.
I'm gonna retell a little story that you told me many years ago. I want to say maybe even 2003, 2004. Okay. I'm not going to name who you were talking about, but you had a great analogy, which I still use to this day, about some pro wrestlers. Pro wrestling knowledge and ability is like a big glass, and some wrestlers have bigger glasses than others, and some wrestlers, when it gets filled, it stops. Other wrestlers have an endless amount of glass to fill, and these two guys are two guys who have an endless glass to fill.
You know what? I don't even remember telling you that. Yes. But that is a great analogy, and if you had not told me, I would have said I thought of it. It's so great that only I could think of it. Oh, Bryan Danielson! Look at how Hero was brought up the mat.
Because Hero's a big guy with lanky arms and knew his wrist conditioning. I was just about to make the point that Bryan Danielson's the kind of guy who can catch you in a submission off guard and score a quick victory. But Chris Hero knows his ring conditioning well and uses his long arms and long legs to reach the rope.
Rick Knox is forcing Danielson to break the hold. Danielson couldn't let go because Chris Hero actually grabbed the ankle of Bryan Danielson and tried to wrench the ankle, almost like a parting shot.
And you know, subtly right there, we just saw what might end up catching Chris Hero off guard.
Could be the end of the day for him.
Well, what I'm saying is that sometimes Chris Hero, I want to say Chris Hero's more of the showman of these two, and even though his knee was just wrenched, he still felt the need to nip up, as it were, and that could have inflicted more damage on his knee. As you saw, he didn't land it very smoothly.
Very true. I think he wanted to show Bryan Danielson that hold had not affected his knee, but until he actually nipped up, he didn't know how bad the damage was,
and then gave it away.
That's right. Tipped his hand, as it were. It's a game of poker. It's not. Because the stakes are even higher.
This is what we're going to start singing.
Ooh. Gotta know when to hold him. Gotta know when to fold him, Joey Ryan. You have to know when to walk away, and you have to know when to run.
I was actually going to say,
oh, Chris Hero. Did you hear Bryan Danielson's jaw clench?
I don't think anybody in this building didn't hear that.
That was as hard of a shot I've heard Chris Hero throw as any. And believe me, Joey Ryan, you have a jaw of steel, but Chris Hero hit you with some shots.
That one still on his feet. Chris Hero cannot take Bryan Danielson off his feet.
He is trying to concuss Bryan Danielson, and Danielson goes down. 2 count. Danielson kicks out. I'm not sure anybody expected Bryan Danielson to go down to a series of elbows. I mean, I could have for no better person here, right here with me, to tell you how hard Chris Hero hits. That young knockout kid nickname is not something you come by easily. Drop kick, single leg drop kick to the side of the head. Chris Hero driving his right foot, his right boot into the temple of Danielson, not that injured left knee. Senton comes down hard across the chest of Danielson. When I said that you could tell people about how hard Chris Hero hits, yeah, I was going to help you.
That was my lead-in.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're still working on our chemistry. Sorry, but like I mentioned at the beginning of the match, I'm excited for this match. Like I said, I'm getting chills. So pardon me if I'm zoning out, but I'm almost watching this match as a fan would, and I know a few fans at home deserve better commentary, so I apologize.
You could ask for none better than the second longest reigning Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion.
Really? We had to go.
I mean, what other honorific should I throw out? Former tag team champion. Was defeated last week in his title shot against the Young Bucks. At Speed of Sound, available at ProWrestlingGuerrilla.com. I'm getting better about that.
Yeah. I'm a former quarterfinalist in Battle of the Siege.
You are a quarterfinalist. You're not a finalist. I guess you are. Bryan Danielson is pissed. Oh, Chris Hero just caught him at the intersection of foot and face.
Nice. I like that. Did you come up with that right now?
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you. Quite happy with that.
You know what? Bryan Danielson is he gets aggressive, and you don't want to be around when he's aggressive, but it's hard to piss him off because he's usually calm and collected because he knows what he's doing in that ring so well. I mean, we've already seen Chris Hero get under his skin.
Hero again, that boot to the side of the head. Those are the type of boots that very nearly put down Shingo earlier in the evening at the hands of, I guess, at the feet of El Generico. Oh! Just clobbered him with that elbow. And you know, last week, Chris Hero actually had to go to a length to defeat Roderick Strong that I've never seen anybody in professional wrestling go. He hit a rolling elbow to Roderick Strong's cerebral cortex. He got him right at the base of the neck. I mean, that is something. That we won Chris Hero the match, but that's something you can paralyze somebody with something like that.
Even if it's temporary, it's enough to get a 3 count.
Very true, but I mean that's the type of move that it has the potential to end careers. And look at this, just wrenches him and dumps him down with a senton followed up. Corkscrew senton from Chris Hero. And Bryan Danielson has to know, if Chris Hero is going to go to those lengths to defeat Roderick Strong, what is he going to do to a man that may be his only equal in the world of professional wrestling? Very lackadaisical cover by Hero.
And it's unlike him, you know?
It is, but I think he's trying to send a message to Bryan Danielson.
Like I said, part of Chris Hero is more of the showman, and sometimes that can backfire, you know? He wants to show somebody else. He doesn't want to just beat him.
Danielson being brought back up to a vertical position by Chris Hero. Did you hear Danielson's jaw clench again? Now, the one advantage Bryan Danielson has is he has a tremendously thick neck, and that acts like a shock absorber for those shots to the head. I mean,
Bryan Danielson, he's getting fired up, as it were.
He is fired up with Chris Hero. Back elbow right in front of us, Joey Ryan. Oh! A shot to the temple. 1, 2. Danielson kicks out at 2.
Hero with the more conventional cover, had to felt the win there. You know, you got to think with a nickname like the Young Knockout Kid, he's got to know when he's hit someone solid enough to.
That's right. I mean, he can feel the shockwave coming up his elbow as he hits his opponent. I mean, he's got to have at least some. Jesus Christ, Joey Ryan. Chop to the chest. I mean, that. You know, you try to not take sides, you try to not call a match in a partisan fashion. But I am glad for Bryan Danielson's sake that he was not taking any shots to the head except for that series of knees. Danielson with a middle kick, knocking the champion back towards the ropes. Another kick from the former champion on the reigning champion. Kitchen sink sends Chris Hero for a loop.
And now Bryan Danielson's a man of 5.
Oh, he just punched him in the ear. That's what we call a callback in broadcasting. Now setting him up for the Romero special. That's surfboard. Bryan Danielson, he likes to get his opponent back up for it and then bring him back down.
By the nose.
Knox giving the 5 count. Danielson lets go of the nose. He likes to get him up in the Romero's bedroom and bring him down and hook him back into a dragon sleeper. That not only hyperextends the knees, also the back and the neck. Tremendous amount of pressure. Danielson going after those knees. He knows what condition those knees are in from that kip up that Chris Hero did earlier on in the match.
Good point. Tipped his cap.
Tipped his hand. Tipped the cap as the company.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. Nobody's judging you except me silently. Unlike how I judge the bell ring. Yeah, she's quite vocal, vociferously.
Wow, I'm not gonna say that. So she might watch the video.
She's not gonna.
That would hurt your feelings.
To what? See her tremendous fuck up?
She's a sweet girl. You just pissed off. I know you don't mean it.
I'm livid, but this match is
Bryan Danielson's livid.
It's just slowly ebbing that away. Yeah, I don't think I'm quite as mad as Bryan Danielson. After Bryan Danielson has to know what those shots from Chris Hero could do to him. And I mean, you know, the thing we haven't even brought up in this match, he's going on to WWE. He doesn't want to take shots like that to the head before he signs his big contract. He doesn't want to take shots like that front chancery suplex before he gets to the big stage.
It's true, and you got to admit one thing: he's definitely not. Well, we'll wait until after this.
Standing on the top rope, diving headbutt. Caught Chris Hero right on the heart. Look at the leg. 2. Hero kicks out.
I was going to mention that it'd be very easy for Bryan Danielson to coast through his final month.
He didn't have to take this match.
He didn't, and you know, he didn't have to put this. He could have felt a couple of those shots and been like, "All right, I've had enough.
I'm just gonna mail it in for the rest of the night."
But he's not. That's not that guy. The kind of guy that he is.
Throwing a towel every time. But it's a man.
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson never mails it. Neither does Chris Hero. They do sometimes. Only when they feel the other. Only they feel the other party deserves it. I guess Chris Hero felt like Bryan Danielson deserved that back elbow that caught him right on the ear. Danielson being thrown pillar to post by Chris Hero. Up and over the top. Rolling elbow ducked by Danielson. And he caught him. I don't know if that was at the elbow. He caught him with.
I think he just threw himself at him, and now.
And he knocked him down.
And now the people in the front row are in trouble.
Scurry, scurry. Something wicked this way comes. Danielson diving knee off the ring apron. Catches Chris Hero on the side of the head.
And if it wasn't for that fellow in blue, Chris Hero might have taken a harder fall.
Right, Chris Hero did have some padding on his landing. And now the action spilled out to the floor for the first time in this match. And, you know, neither of these men are strangers. The action taking place on the floor. They are technicians of the highest order of professional wrestling, but they know how to hurt their opponent. They know what will affect their opponent in the greatest, what will inflict the greatest amount of damage on their opponent. And sometimes that just happens to be outside of the ring. Danielson coming up the top. 1, 2, no!
I'm glad to see this match has gone back into the ring, but I don't think Rick Knox would let it end in the camera. Rick Knox is a fine referee, knows all the rules. He's going to let this one end in the ring.
Over the top neck suplex style neckbreaker by Chris Hero.
Chances of Rick Knox counting someone out or disqualifying him, I think
very minimal in this match. It would have to be an egregious error. And I don't mean over the top by Greg Sasuke and George Chicano either. I know you're big fans of their rendition of over the top. But no, that's not I'll take your silence as
agreement?
Yes. Chop to the chest from Chris Hero. A second one. Danielson, you can see he's a bit dazed after that three charge. Oh, Danielson with an elbow of his own. I think he caught Chris Hero right between the eyes. Danielson up to the top rope. Hurricane Rana. Chris Hero rolls through. 1, 2. Triangle. He got him in the triangle sleeper. And Chris Hero, he's got his legs around Danielson. This is the worst possible position for the triangle to be applied.
Absolutely no leverage. Well, he switched his position, which was very smart.
Pinning Danielson's shoulders to the canvas. Danielson rolls out. It is a vertical triangle sleeper, and he's elbowing him in the face.
allowed to just say wow?
Please do, because it's going to be dead air otherwise. Chris Hero makes it to the rope. What a great counter maneuver by Chris Hero. But still, Danielson had that triangle sleeper sunk in deep.
Chris Hero was very lucky he was able to shift his body, because the way he was tied up, his long limbs wasn't doing him any good.
If Chris Hero was not such a seasoned professional in the art of professional wrestling, he might have panicked, and that could have been the end of the evening, the end of Chris Hero's Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World title reign. Oh my God!
I think Bryan's out on his feet. There's no way. Oh, you see that dazed look. I mean,
he's on his feet, but oh my God!
Hero's got some bad things planned.
Trying to go for a showy back elbow, but Danielson charges out.
Baseball slide, drop kick.
Baseball sliding drop kick by Danielson. Maybe not as affected by that elbow as we thought, Joey Ryan. But how could you not be? I mean, the thick neck will only do you so much good. Danielson, though, coming up to the top rope. Oh my God!
Check on him, Knox.
Oh my God, Chris Hero just threw a chair in the face of Bryan Danielson. Rick Knox had to see that, but is he going to end the match because of it?
I think Knox is making a decision now. We're seeing what condition Danielson's in. He knows Danielson wants to win this match, but he doesn't want to win it by DQ.
Danielson, of course, if he wins by DQ, he does not win the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Championship title.
You know, sometimes Rick Knox will much like an NFL game, will ask if the player wants to take the penalty. And if Bryan Danielson feels like he's still in this, he's going to decline.
Chris Hero is actually yelling at Knox to get back in the ring to administer the 20 count. I'm not sure Chris Hero should be the man to be instructing Knox to do anything, but not because Knox holds the fate of this match, the fate of Chris Hero's title reign. Or excuse me, the fate of Bryan Danielson's challenge for the title in his hand. Danielson he shook his head. He said he didn't want to continue. He did want to continue. So Knox back into the ring to give the 20 count to Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson looks to be busted open.
Bryan Danielson has a nasty gash formed above the left eye, and Chris Hero did not pancake him with the chair. He actually hit him with the edge of the chair as Danielson's full momentum was carrying him down.
Just held it up. Just held it up. Let Danielson do all the work himself.
Knox giving the 5 count. 7 count. Danielson still not back up on his feet. He's actually 12. I'm sorry. I misheard. I've got these headphones on.
The fans are trying to interfere.
Their fans are trying to interfere on Danielson's behalf, but Knox doesn't break his stride. Danielson, he's used. Oh my God, that is an ugly gash over Danielson's eye. Oh, he just collapsed. He just collapsed.
Oh! He's back in.
Bryan Danielson rolling his way back into the ring. But Chris Hero may have bashed the brains of Bryan Danielson silly.
Chris Hero has a
gut wrench.
There's a look on his face that can't be good.
Chris Hero said he would concuss Bryan Danielson tonight. Not only defend the title, but show the fans, the wrestlers, everybody.
Let me tell you what's on Chris Hero's mind right now. Sorry to interrupt. Hanging Bryan Danielson upside down is rushing all the blood to the gash in his head.
And the blood just continues to flow to Bryan. Oh, diving elbow. Rick Knox actually interfered on behalf of Bryan Danielson, pulling him out of the tree of woe. Chris Hero just shouted, "Bleed," in the ear of Bryan Danielson. Now headbutting him on that gash, he's trying to open it up. I mean, we saw in the first match last week, the Speed of Sound, how much that blood loss can affect as Charles Mercury. I mean, he was busted open, and now Bryan Danielson busted open just like Charles Mercury.
Blood loss, anything. Stoppage with Knox? I know Rick Knox doesn't want to do that, but he might have to.
The match with Bryan Danielson and Necro Butcher set a precedent in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla that the referee can't stop the match. If he feels the wrestler's career, his life, his anything isn't, oh my God. Lateral press, Danielson kicks out. Joey Ryan, there's so much blood.
You know, we talked about Rick Knox not wanting to disqualify or count out, but another factor working possibly in Chris Hero's favor is a time limit, because both these men are not known for, you know, I mean, they're known for going long. And there's a 60-minute time limit on PWG.
We are coming up on the 30-minute mark of this match, which theoretically could be halfway through Chris Hero's successful title defense against Bryan Danielson. Of course, time limit draw, the match does not, or the title does not change hands.
You think you should make an announcement on that?
I believe I will. 30 minutes. 30 minutes, that was last. Bryan Danielson. Oh! Just got caught on the ear by that elbow from Chris Hero.
Powerbomb.
Running Liger bomb. 1, 2, no! Joey Ryan, you raise an excellent point. A draw at this point in the match is a very real possibility.
I mean, my match with Chris Hero went nearly an hour, and it didn't cross my mind in the ring, but, you know, if you don't put the champ away in your hour time limit, he retains.
That's right. And Bryan Danielson, backslide, no! Chris Hero pulls him through, rolling elbow! Sweeps out the legs, pins him deep, 2, no! STF, no, Hangman's clutch! Hangman's clutch has won many a match for Chris Hero.
Center of the ring.
There is nowhere to go for Chris Hero. Or for Bryan Danielson, excuse me, I'm sorry. Danielson clawing his way to the ring. Bryan Danielson his head is being wrenched back by Chris Hero. Danielson, his arm drops once. Arm drops twice.
Could be it. That could be it. This could be Bryan's goodbye.
No! Danielson still in this fight.
Clawing his way to the ropes.
Danielson gets to the bottom rope, forcing Chris Hero to break the hold.
Bryan Danielson trying to make his way to his feet now. Chris Hero stalking him. Chris Hero has him where he wants him, but can't put him away. What do you got to do to beat this guy? I don't know. I've never beat him, but, you know, somebody has. So I don't.
Hero picking Bryan Danielson up to the top rope, sets him over on the top turnbuckle. Danielson, just on the receiving end of one of the hardest elbows.
We could be seeing a change in strategy from here because the strikes aren't putting him away, so now he's going to do a little bit of high flying.
He's got him in the cravat on the top rope. Danielson escapes out of it. He just crotched Chris Hero on the top rope.
Perhaps a mistake going to the high flying.
Danielson going up for the back suplex, but Chris Hero, still whatever pain he might be feeling, he just muscles Bryan Danielson off the top rope. Danielson knocks Hero down again. He's got his second win. I don't even know how many wins it is at this point.
It's got to be more than 2.
To endure what he has thus far in this match. Hero, right hand, I believe he used Rick Knox's bad viewpoint to hit him with a close fist right hand between the eyes.
Hero is he going to stick with the high flying? Let's change the strategy.
Danielson again sweeps up the legs.
Might want to second think that one. I don't know if it's worth whatever he's trying to pull off.
Danielson going up to the top. This is a long way down for both men, but more so Chris Hero. Danielson, he's got him up. Back suplex off the top rope.
Both men are. I don't know. I just don't know how they're going. I mean, this has been. Would you say this has been high impact from start to now?
From start till this point in this match, Joey Ryan, this is one of the hardest hitting contests in my 6 years of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla or my 29 years on this planet Earth. I've never seen two
seriously,
men.
like for guys that do a lot of wrestling, you haven't seen them go to a lot of wear-down shows. You haven't seen them go to.
They have just been slugging it out. I mean, there is nothing fancy about this. These two men are just clobbering each other. Danielson with an elbow. Hero returns with an elbow. Danielson with an elbow of his own. Chop to the chest. Middle kick. Caught Chris Hero right on the sternum. Hero hits him with a hard elbow. Chop to the chest once again. Danielson, he has that look on his face.
Looking fired up. Not where Chris Hero wants him.
Rolls him through. Ducks it under. He's got him all hooked up. 1, 2, no!
Close.
Bryan Danielson gets his boot up as Chris Hero was charging in to deliver what could have been the finishing blow.
He might have got him under the chin on that one. Chris Hero could be out on his feet.
Tiger suplex. 1, 2, no! Hero kicks out, but Danielson
stays hooked.
Danielson's got him hooked in. Cattle mutilation. Cattle mutilation, and Chris Hero is not moving. Now I take that back.
He's moving. He's fighting his way out of it.
Got back to the seated position, which is probably the best position you can be in, except if Bryan Danielson does this. Elbows!
Bryan doesn't have much left in him. Neither of these guys did.
Bryan Danielson just delivering elbow after elbow to the face of Chris Hero. 1, 2, no!
Hero fights out of it, moments away from losing his title. I wonder if he feels it slipping because I don't know if he can keep kicking out of this. I mean,
he has put Bryan Danielson through hell. He has put him through the ringer. But right now, Chris Hero is on the defensive, and he has a very real chance of losing the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Championship title to a man who is leaving the company. This is his final night. This is the final countdown, Joey Ryan.
Do we know what happens if Bryan Danielson wins the title?
There's no precedent for it. Nothing. This never ever happened quite like this. Bryan Danielson asking Chris Hero if he wants to be the champ, if he thinks he's the champ.
Chris Hero doesn't look like he's all there right now. I mean, this is instinct for him. I mean,
you want to be the champ?
Oh, just slapped him hard.
For the first time in the 37 minutes this match has been going on, I feel like
the best in the world.
Another slap from Danielson. Brings him up to his feet, goes for the elbow. Hero blocks. Elbow. Hero pulls him through. He's got the cravat on. Drops him down.
Out of nowhere.
Deep cover. 1, 2, no.
Where does that even come from? Where does someone get that energy?
What an incredible war between these two men. That is the only word to describe it, Joey Ryan.
You're absolutely right. This has been the most brutal non-guerrilla warfare match I've ever seen, and perhaps even eclipsing some of those. Danielson rolls him up. 1, 2, no. Close.
Danielson rolls through. Rolling elbow. Hero goes down. The champ is down. 1, 2, no. Bryan Danielson back up to his feet.
Going back to the top. Perhaps feeling this is his time to put Hero away. Hero is fighting back to his feet. He's up on his feet.
Drop kick.
Push drop kick, and
Danielson is up. How much does does he have left in the tank? Middle kick. A second one. What's third? No. Oh! This is it.
This is it. This is the one. That's the one.
1, 2, no! Danielson kicks out.
Chris Hero's beside himself. I mean, what can he do to put this guy away? I mean, for the last 39 and a half minutes now, Chris Hero is just throwing everything he's got. I mean, Chris Hero does have a huge arsenal of moves, but what's left to throw at him that Bryan Danielson hasn't kicked out of? Hasn't fought his way out of? Hasn't clawed his way out of?
Chris Hero, a kick to the face followed by a slap to the face. He is trying to get under the skin of Bryan Danielson, hoping that he will make an error, hoping that Danielson will slip up. Oh!
On his feet still, on his feet, didn't put him down.
Danielson!
Oh, 40 minutes now.
Oh! Caught him off guard with the kick. He faked like he's going to do an elbow, but the feint does not seem to work. Danielson's still on his feet. Big elbow from Chris Hero.
At this point in the match, whoever wins this standoff, which looks to be Chris Hero, has got to definitely be the favorite and have the...
Oh, no! Danielson! Sends Hero in. Hero reverses. Oh!
On his feet. On his feet.
Backdrop driver.
More conventional way to take him down. Bryan Danielson is back on his feet.
Danielson, backdrop driver.
Chris Hero back on his feet.
Oh, the running knee. Danielson. Oh, no, this is bad news for Chris Hero. Danielson is stopping the cranium. He's got him. He's got him in the triangle sleeper.
This could be it. You can get him to tap, or you can
triangle.
Oh, Chris Hero.
Chris Hero.
Powerbomb. No, hold on.
Danielson is not letting go. Chris Hero.
Oh, I think he thought about it. He's
on the verge.
He thought, he's going to the eyes.
Or did he grab that gash over Danielson's left eye?
Maybe.
Danielson pulling Chris Hero.
Almost a chicken wing with his legs.
Oh, look at this. Danielson, the master of improvisation. He is wrenching on the neck, the back, the spine of Chris Hero.
Bryan Danielson taps out Chris Hero. Taps him out and becomes the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion. This is unprecedented. The man is leaving the company. Who's this dude? Who's this dude? What's he doing? Get him out of there. I think this is a fan that's just overcome with emotion right now. Excalibur has left the broadcast station and headed to the ring. I don't know if I'm even still being broadcasted. And Paul London is at the ring with a dolphin. What a weird, surreal event. Surprising his friend with guy's overtaken with emotion here. I'm almost speechless. I don't know what to say. My Excalibur's left the broadcast station. I'm by myself.
I know you've been through hell. I know you just had a war with the longest reigning pro wrestling gorilla, world champion in history. How do you feel right now? To be quite honest, I feel really humbled because I'm just a small town kid from Aberdeen, Washington, you know? Here I am in California, about 1,100 miles from my house, from my family and my dogs, and but you guys treat me like family. Yeah! Awesome to be a part of this company as long as I have. Do it! Hey, do it proud, right? I'd like to thank Chris Hero. Tonight I was supposed to wrestle Machine Gun Carl Anderson. Great. But when Hero heard that I was leaving, he immediately offered to give me a title match so I could have one more chance. Just one more chance at being the best wrestler in the world. Seriously, you guys are so incredibly awesome. It really is unreal. It touches my heart. But unfortunately, I hate to end this on some bad news. I won't be able to defend this title. This title deserves to be defended by somebody who could be here every show. Like Chris Hero is done. Like Tony Ryan is done. This belt belongs on somebody who can be here every single show. So every single show, you people get a main event title match. I wish I could have commentated with you the last time. It was so much fun. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to give this title over to you.
Give him a turtle today.
Once again, thank you, people. Thank you. One more time, please. Man, regardless of whether you can defend the title or not, man, you just beat me and that makes you the PWG World Heavyweight Champion. And at least once. So wear that belt. Everybody here, put your hands together for the WWE you guys are sick of hearing me talk whether you like me or not. But, Bryan, everybody knows you're a smart guy. And you, being the current world champion here at PWG, I think you could probably put your brain to it and come up with a pretty good idea how we're going to figure out the next PWG world champion. Somebody, and you tell me how much you want for them to be champion. guys would like to see with an opportunity to win this belt. Ladies and gentlemen, your Pro Wrestling Gorilla World Champion, sustained and sincere, American Bryan Danielson!
You know, I'm really proud that my last match I got to wrestle Chris Hero for the Pro Wrestling World Championship, and I'm really thankful that all these people showed up tonight. I mean, being here for the last several years has been an awesome experience. It's something I'll take with me for the rest of my life. And I'm actually saddened tonight that I have to leave. But I know that I left giving everything I had, and I'm really thankful that you guys gave me everything you guys had too, because you guys were so awesome during that match. You guys gave me so much energy. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all the Pro Wrestling Girl fans, everybody who's come to the shows, everybody who's bought the DVDs, people who buy the t-shirts, everybody who supports this company. I want to say thank you. Thank you, and thank all the independent wrestling fans all over the world. You guys are the people who made me who I am today. Thank you very much.
Months. 15 months since I beat Tornado for that title. And in 15 months, I've only lost 2 matches in PWG. I lost to Loki, and then he left for WWE. And now, tonight, I lost to the best in the world, American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, and guess where he's going? He's going to WWE. Now, I put a lot of effort into my craft. I put a lot of effort into honing my skills. And I have evolved from the Chris Hero of 2003, 2004, 2005. And, I mean, you can take a look at me in the best shape of my life. But God damn it, it just wasn't good enough, man. So yeah, I say this every time. I don't care if you boo me. I don't care if you cheer me. I just care if you come to the show, have a good time, watch some good wrestling. Just because I lost tonight doesn't mean that I'm still not the best here. I've beaten Bryan Danielson before. I beat him at the Battle of Los Angeles last year, and nobody said Chris Hero was the best in the world. So he beats me tonight. He's still the best in the world, and now he's gone. I do not get to avenge my loss, much like I didn't get to avenge my loss against Loki. And that pisses me off, because I have worked so goddamn hard to get to where I am right now. I do not take days off. Every day I am training. I am bettering myself. as a professional wrestler, as an athlete, as a human being. And having that title meant that I was the best here. But you know what? I don't have it anymore, so I guess I got to do something. I guess I got to come back and change things up a little bit. How many elbows did I throw tonight? 15, 20, 25? It didn't get the job done. So, trial and error. Tonight was an error. I did not knock Bryan Danielson out. I gotta figure something out. Gotta change it up. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll do something. I'll do something and I'll prove myself. Because I don't need people to tell me I'm the best, to know that I'm the best and I'm the hardest worker here at PWG. I'll be back.